In today's video, I am going to be finishing up my fall baking series for Vlogtober, and I'm going to make some apple dumplings using canned crescent rolls. I got this recipe off of the internet. I just kind of was looking around and found it, and I've tweaked it, changed it up a little bit. So this is kind of my own creation, and so I will have the entire recipe written in the description box below if you want to give it a try. So let's get started. You're going to start off with a saucepan on your stove on medium heat, and while you're working on the sauce, you've got your oven preheating to 350 degrees. So in this saucepan, you're going to put 1 cup of water or apple juice or apple cider. Apple juice and apple cider would probably be better, but I don't have any, so I'm just using water. 1 stick of butter. Yes, I am doing this recipe completely fattening and bad for you and full of all the things that are terrible for you but taste delicious. So we have a whole stick of butter, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 1½ teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, and either 1/2 teaspoon of already ground nutmeg, or if you want to use a whole nutmeg, you just can grind as much as you feel like you need into the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and probably finish up most of this. It's just a little piece left. So you cook this, stirring continuously until the butter is melted and this comes to a rolling boil. Alright, this is at a rolling boil. So as soon as it comes to a rolling boil, you take it off the heat and you stir in 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. Alright, so now this sauce is ready. We have to now prepare the apples. You're going to take 2 apples, medium size. This one's a little bit on the large side, but this was about the perfect size here. Medium size apples, whatever is your favorite apple. Now the recipe called for Granny Smith. I don't have Granny Smith. These, I can't remember what they're called. I will put their name on the bottom of the screen for you, but you can use any apple that you like that's a nice baking apple. I wouldn't use anything like a Honeycrisp because it wouldn't get soft enough in the baking time, but any kind of apple that's really good for baking like pies or making applesauce with, that's the kind of apple that you want. You want to peel it, core it, and cut each apple into 8 slices. So that's what I'm going to do next. I have a bowl of water with some lemon in it, lemon juice, and I'm going to put the apples in it as I process them so they don't turn brown. So after the apples are cut up into 8 pieces, each apple into 8 pieces, you'll have 16 apple pieces and you'll have 16 crescent rolls triangles, because each tube of crescent rolls has 8 in it. So What you need to do next is you'll have a 9x13 pan, which I have right here, and I have sprayed with cooking spray. And then you're going to take one slice of apple and you're going to roll it up in each crescent roll and put it in the pan. After you have the apples all wrapped, then you take that sauce that you cooked on the stove and you pour it gently over the dumplings, and then in around it you want to use up all of the sauce. And it looks dark because of all those spices that are in there. Now, of course, I used our dairy-free butter for this. But if you don't have to be dairy-free, you can use whatever butter you like the best. Seems like a lot of sauce. I've never made these before, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so once you get all the sauce on the top, then you just take some coarse sugar, and I have some raw sugar here, and you just sprinkle the tops of each one with a little bit of dusting sugar or coarse sugar or any kind of, like, you may even have some of that, I don't know, Demerara sugar. Alright, then you put this in a preheated 350-degree oven and you bake it for 25 to 30 minutes or until the crescent rolls are golden brown. When this is ready to come out, I will show you. I'll bring you back and I'll show you what it looks like. It is. Doesn't it look beautiful? It was actually in the oven for about 40 minutes. I checked it at 30 minutes and the croissants were very golden brown, but I poked the apples with a knife and they were still quite not tender. So I went ahead and put foil, covered it with foil so that the croissants would not get any browner, and baked it for another 10 minutes, and the apples seem to be quite done. So I'm going to go ahead and dish me up a serving, and this would be delicious with ice cream. I don't have any ice cream, but I do have some of my dairy-free frozen Cool Whip, which is kind of like ice cream when it's frozen. And this is still warm. It's been out of the oven for about 15 minutes. So let me dish up a helping of this and we will give it a taste test. Yum. So I'm going to put a dollop of this on. And then I'm going to scoop out some of the sauce that's in the bottom. It's thickened up quite a bit. I'm going to drizzle that on top. I made a mess, I always do. And let's give this a taste test. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is so delicious. Of my fall series, this is by far the best recipe I have done. Probably because of that entire stick of butter and a cup of brown sugar. But this is so good, you guys. so delicious. I highly recommend that you give this recipe a try. The only thing I can think of that would make this any better at all is if I would have had some apple cider instead of the water, used apple juice or apple cider. It would take that apple flavor up to the next level, but it is just absolutely delicious even with the water. But when I make this recipe again, which I'm sure I will at some point, I will make sure I have some apple juice on hand and we'll give it a try with that. Like I said, the recipe will be in the description box below. It was so easy, was not difficult at all, didn't require any special techniques or talent. Anybody can make this and it is delicious and your family is going to love it. Let me know in the comment section below if you're gonna give this recipe a try. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, and we will talk to you all later. Bye-bye, friends.